want to change the way people think about sales.
You are the master of selling.
I think so.
Do you feel successful?
No. All I can do is criticize myself.
Do you feel like that's what propelled you?
And what pushed me was my mom saying I wasn't good enough. There's a lot of entitlement, especially in Dubai. But the guy at the top, all he cares about is the profits.
I heard you talk about going from top to bottom.
The quality of your life depends on the amount of uncertainty and risk you take. Nobody's responsible for me, and I'm responsible for a lot of people. There's no guarantee that there's going to be a tomorrow.
And that's why I think personal branding is really powerful.
My brand is Dariush Delivers. You pay him, he'll give you 10 times back. He's a bull in a china shop. But what if you went to battle like it was your last? How quicker, how more successful you could be. I decided that I was going to die with an open heart. Or I'm going to have it kicked, I'm going to have it ripped, I'm going to have it cheated, lied to. Well, I'd rather have an open heart than a closed one.
With me on the brand of you is Dariush Soudi, who is a man that has reinvented himself multiple times. He isn't afraid to show up online, and he is encouraging others to do the same. He's a master of selling, and at the end of the day, your personal brand is selling yourself. Let's get into it. Thank you so much for joining.
It's a pleasure. Thank you. I don't know why. You're so natural. I was so looking forward to it. I have 3 podcasts today, and this is the one I've been looking forward to.
Really?
I swear. Yeah, the energy is amazing online, so congratulations.
Oh, thank you. You actually said that was one of your superpowers, that your gift was your energy.
Yeah. What people say is I could be on courses. For the last 30 years, I've been in personal development, and somebody will come and say, well, thanks for being here. I'm like, who are you? So I was 4 rows behind you.
Oh.
So we never spoke. So your energy, it's kind of happens to me often. And then I thought, well, if it's the energy, I might as well share it, right? I'm not very smart. I'm not particularly good looking or strong. So I might as well, this is my ace.
Who told you that? Who told you that you weren't good looking?
My internal dialogue.
That's so incorrect.
Because the internal oh, hello. But internal dialogue beats you up, right?
Yeah.
Because I do a talk and I see the video and all I can do is criticize myself. And everybody goes, that was the best talk we've ever heard. And I'm like, really? I don't see anything good in it. Because the inside is like, you're not good enough. You have to improve.
Is it a high performance mindset?
No, I think it's shitty childhood. You know, when your parents are constantly telling you you're not good enough and you have to prove yourself. So
someone told me the formula to success was marketing, sales, and trauma.
May I? My thought is, I have 4 kids. 2 of them are millionaires, 30 and 31. Okay. And they did face trauma because they saw me struggle because I lost it. However, my 17-year-old, he's earning about $4,000 a month passive. Mm-hmm. My 11-year-old today just collected his passive of $2,500 a month. And they've never had trauma because when they were born, daddy was rich. But what they have in common is love.
Okay.
They're cups full of love. Because even when I was up, down, whatever, I gave them all my attention and love. And they don't have to seek it anywhere else. See, most people get derailed because they lack love, their cup's half empty, and they're going to say, if I have this partner, if I have this business, if I have this, it'll fill my cup. And they're always searching for love. Because even the guy with a cigar driving the Lamborghini, ultimately, he's not looking for followers. He's breaking it down. He's looking for love and connection.
And connection, yeah.
So I think if your cup's full, you're not seeking anywhere else. You do things that enhance your life, not fill holes. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And that's success. Because you're complete. You're full.
So do you feel successful?
No.
You know, it's
I feel successful.
It's a very common thing I hear.
I feel successful when I look at my family and I think, wow, how blessed I am. Because I live in gratitude. But I think the moment I think I'm successful, I stop striving.
So you feel like you end up capping your drive and your push?
I gain weight. I stop pushing. Yeah.
Do you feel like that's what led your heart attacks?
No, stress. 100% stress. I looked into it because I was healthy. The first heart attack, I was in the gym. I was semi-professional squash player. I was shredded. I was 20 kilos less than this. Literally had 6-pack, shredded. And I had a heart attack. And I'd just gone through trauma. And they've actually, studies show that if you actually show a needle to a child, for a few hours, the arteries tighten. Because there's a needle coming. right? So the arteries tighten. So as an adult, you still go through stress, and the arteries tighten. If you have a track record, then obviously,
it's
high probability of having a heart attack.
It's very dear to my heart because my dad passed away from heart failure.
Oh, no.
And for sure it was stress.
How old was he?
He was 58.
Right. My dad, 29.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
From heart failure?
Heart attack. One heart attack, boom, done, gone. In a way, I think they're blessed because it wasn't prolonged pain. But then 29, he had a huge life ahead of him.
29.
He could have seen my kids, his grandchildren, or seen me do okay.
Do you feel like that's what propelled you to kind of push you to where you are?
And what pushed me was my mom saying I wasn't good enough. And everybody said, you know what, you're the only man in the house. From the age of 4, you're the only man in the house. Everybody expects you to pay for everyone. It was that I was gonna pay for everyone. So I worked since the age of 13. I don't know anything about work. I'm not educated. I'm dyslexic. I think I have some attention disorder as well. So I just got in sales. And
you are the master of selling.
Yeah, I think so.
So I'm really interested to touch on this.
Self-proclaimed.
But it works, right? What you're doing is obviously working and you're helping others. Because personal branding is selling yourself. And people don't realize that. And I never considered myself a salesperson at all. I actually felt like sales was very aggressive. But I was always really good at it. Like I was being told I'm doing well in selling. And when I reflect back, I'm like, well, coaching is salesy because I'm persuading someone to reach a particular goal and I want them to reach it. But I never really considered myself sales. So what got you into this field and how do you become successful at sales? Desperation.
Lack of education. And I opened up a newspaper and all I could see was canvassers selling vacuum cleaners, copiers. So I picked up a vacuum cleaner career, selling $3,000 vacuum cleaners going back 30 odd years ago, door to door. And I'm not joking with you, the week I started, it's called Kirby. I don't know if it's going American vacuum cleaner. They used to lift a bus with it. I mean, their video was like the Kirby vacuum cleaner lifts the bus, right? So I thought it was great that people should buy this bus lifting vacuum cleaner. So the week I started, they went from rich states to poor, and they started launching finance. And they gave me Wythenshawe Council State. Are you familiar with Wythenshawe in England?
No, I'm from Australia, but I think people think
sometimes I think you're English. Yeah. So Wythenshawe is the biggest council state in Europe.
Okay.
So I had drug dealers chasing me down the street. I had prostitutes chasing me down the street. I had all sorts of people chasing me down the street. And imagine, I used to wear glasses. I had hair and I had shoulder pads. You know, those days shoulder pads were in. So, and it rains all the time in England. So here's what I learned. I always think through life, you got to learn things, okay? So I didn't particularly think of sales. I just got to earn money because I got people to pay and responsibilities. And I noticed that every day it rained, my sales went up. I couldn't understand why.
Bizarre.
And here's the thing, because most of my competition were in the office. I just knew hard work. So if you imagine the door opens and there's this guy with his dodgy hairstyle and his glasses are wet and his shoulder pads are drinking, you feel sorry for him. So people used to let me in.
Oh, wow. So you found a way in. Yes.
Exactly. So I thought when people feel sorry for you, you show your commitment, people let you in. So I did really well because I was door knocking at 6 o'clock on a Friday afternoon, evenings, where all my competition were in the pub. I was door knocking. And I used to catch CEOs or early in the morning, they're unlocking the shop window and they're getting in. I catch them.
Before they're in.
Yeah. So every time it rains, I said, go out there knocking on doors. If it's outside 9 to 6, that's what you should be selling because you go past the gatekeeper. So,
I heard you talk about go from top to bottom, not bottom up.
You've been stalking me. Great.
Of course. No, I've been actually learning a lot.
Thank you.
Researching you. And that's very interesting because a lot of people will do what they can passively to kind of make their way through. Whereas when you have a bit more intent going to the top, I heard you say that they're the ones that will redirect you below, but at least you got their attention.
Exactly. The person, we're going to go back to your sales question because I didn't really quite answer the sales question.
Yeah.
But this one, everybody has a certain motivation, right? So when they go to work, I think bank clerks is like, I'll just go and do my stuff. The same thing will be there tomorrow, right? And I'll get promoted if my boss dies or he moves on. Okay.
True.
As an entrepreneur, we're different, right? So we wake up in the morning thinking, right, I've got to strive to achieve my goals in the quickest possible time.
Mm-hmm.
So the person who is middle management, the purchasing manager or the marketing manager, how are they motivated when they go to work? They're not thinking, I'm going to make loads of money for my company. They don't think that. They think I'm going to make as little decisions as possible to save my job because I don't want to look foolish.
And work my hours and just
work my hours,
invisible.
do what is expected of me. Don't step outside the comfort zone.
Mm-hmm.
My job will be there tomorrow because what they want is safety. Very rarely you get a marketing manager who wants to really succeed and take risks. But the guy at the top, all he cares about is the profits.
Yeah.
Right? So if he gets it, although it's not his job, marketing, he'll phone the marketing guy and says, listen, this guy's got something interesting, talk to him. And then suddenly you push on top of a filing cabinet. They'll speak to you, they give you attention because they got to report to the CEO.
And they get more visibility.
Yeah.
How do we shift the mindset of people becoming entrepreneurs in organizations? Because now it's changing. A lot of people feel like that have to do their roles within a company, but now there's a whole influx of entrepreneurs.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? Entitlement. A lot of people think, especially in Dubai, that I'm entitled to this ridiculous salary because I'm just turning up. Yep. Okay? So what they have to do is everybody to succeed, you have to think about how much value you bring onto the table, right? And you have to, as a CEO, you have to have a culture where people are fearless. They can make a decision without fearing the job's going to be on the line.
Yeah.
So what happens in my staff, and I'm shrinking. So at my age, I don't want to deal with any more staff. I just want to shrink. Yes. And
interesting.
I try to empower people. So when they come back and say, you got this and that, I said, okay, what do you think we should do? And tell me reasons why you made that decision. And I'll either say, well done, or I'll just give you my, feedback. But I want you to make decisions. Most people don't empower the staff to make decisions because they're too scared. And then they have this fear culture and nobody makes decisions. Nobody wants to be an entrepreneur. No one wants to say, the quality of your life depends on the amount of uncertainty and risk you take.
Okay.
Comfortably.
And that's, okay.
So
the uncomfortable zone that you talk about.
Exactly. And, growth isn't outside your comfort zone. But if I'm not going to get paid any extra for stepping outside my comfort zone, why should I?
True. But
I'm not going to get recognized. Why should I?
So we hear that a lot. And that's why I think personal branding is really powerful, because you're able to take control of your identity outside of that environment. And social media has given us a platform to do it, but also in the real world, people are forgetting.
Yes.
And with your Gladiator Summit is a fantastic example of that. What made you put yourself out there?
Desperation comes in my mind a lot, because when you have nothing, you have to realize, well, most of us are not born with a silver spoon, right? So nobody's responsible for me, and I'm responsible for a lot of people. So I burned my boats, and I made sure there's no alternative. I just have to get up earlier than anybody else. Like I said, I'm not particularly gifted in much, apart from my energy, that I'm enthusiastic all the time. Because I think, maybe I'm not answering your question right, but I think because I lost so many people in my life, I realized that there's no guarantee that there's going to be a tomorrow. So I'm enthusiastic about now, right? So I probably sold to 100,000 people. And even today, I sit in front of some, I'm really interested in their problem. I'm really interested about their lives, and they can feel it. And then when they feel you care, people will buy. So does that answer your question? Personal branding. Personal branding, I think there's two types of people. There's love buyers and there's gladiators.
Okay.
I
tried to dress like one today. Or a little bit of leather.
I'm like, instead of a fit gladiator, I'm a fat gladiator. So
you got to stop saying that.
I wear more. I know I'm knocking myself all the time.
That's not correct. You're fit.
Yeah. People like the vulnerability.
Yeah, but it's incorrect.
Thank you. You just keep going. We should do this more often. So the love buyers, they do a brand where they try to please people. Yeah. With me, I got to a stage that I don't give a shit. I don't care. Right? So I say, like yesterday, a 17-year-old person who I've been helping in life, he's got no job, came to see him a year and a half. I've been helping him, funding him, his business. I've just done nothing but give. We sat down yesterday and I said, look, I have an opportunity for you. I'm going to buy 100 T-shirts from you. So that's, again, your second biggest order you've ever had. And I'm going to get you to stand in my retail space, sell books. Okay. And I'll teach you how to sell. What do you think? And he goes, I'll consider it. I said, the deal's off the table.
Because he said, I'll consider
it. He should jump and say, thank you. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Too many people want handouts and they don't value expertise or experience, right? So with me, my brand is Dariush Delivers. And it doesn't give it SHIT about your opinion. You pay him, he'll give you 10 times back. He's a bull in a china shop. And I have values like punctuality, honesty, loyalty,
abundance,
clarity. Yeah, these are my values. If you're not sticking to my values, I'll fire you as a client.
How did you come up with the value system? Because that's one of the first things I do with clients. We talk about your value system, whereas you have them quite clearly defined. You have 6 that are very defined.
When I had a heart attack, I thought, what led me to be here? And I thought, well, I'm working with people I don't enjoy working with. I'm doing it for the money.
Yeah.
What is it that I don't like about these people? They're constantly late, so punctuality is important to me. Time. They don't deliver on their promises. I'm always compromising. So they're not loyal. Okay. So I started writing the type of people I want to attract instead of people I don't want to attract. So when somebody comes to me and I tell them what my values are, one strike and then one warning and they're out. And then some of them come and say, do you know who I am? I am such and such billionaire. I said, but do you remember? Because you're right, I messed up. Would you have me back? I said, no. I'll move on. And then the energy is that when they go, 2 other good people come. Because bad people block good energy.
So how do we encourage people to do that without having a heart attack?
Learn from you and me and learn from people who've been there, done it, got the t-shirt. That's the smart thing to do. Or waste 10, 15 years learning their own way. The difference is I just come back from Portugal and what I learned, there was 150 entrepreneurs who don't have an office. They're actually earning a lot of money on their laptops in coffee shops in Madeira or in Brazil, and they're traveling the world. So the world is changing. And then I sat down with a gentleman who's speaking on my stage called Ken Honda. Have you heard of him?
No.
He does Happy Money. Okay.
Happy Money.
And I'm here.
Sounds lovely.
I'll tell you, in 10 minutes, it changed the way I think about money. And I was having lunch with him and I said, I'm developing this community AI. I'm going to give so much. I'm going to charge $20 a month and people are going to come on. They can have my avatar. You'll teach them what to do all 24 hours, 7 days a week. And I said, what do you think? He goes, Dariush, I have a following in Japan. And I went to them last year and I said, give me $20 a month, my community, and I'll be happy. I swear to God. And once a month, when I feel like it, I dance and I put it on YouTube to my community. I said, do you deliver? He goes, no, just Happy Money. Yeah. It gives happiness to the universe, the community, and everything else.
Everything.
They trust me, like that, honestly. Because I'm fluid, I'm just fluid. I said, so how many people signed up? 20,000 people.
Oh, wow.
He makes $400,000 a month passive. People giving him Happy Money. I'm sitting there thinking, all I'm thinking about is delivering value. And he just went to people and said, just trust me. Yeah, give me Happy Money. And he makes $400,000 a month. And he's got books. He writes a book every 2 months. He has other courses and stuff like this. But
delivering happiness.
Just the energy of happiness. And people are willing to pay without expectations. Incredible, no? And I couldn't sleep.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That was last week. And I'm like, instead of going out there on stage, launching my app that's going to give so much, why not just say, just trust me? 2,500 people turned up and I said, okay, trust me. I will over-deliver. It's $20 a month. I wonder how many people will sign up.
I think a lot of people would sign up.
A lot of people.
That's also, you've built a lot of credibility. So a lot of people that I speak to are actually scared about their perception around them when they start putting themselves out there. That's why a lot of talented people don't do it. They actually fear, and the statistic from my experience,
They're the love buyers.
95% of them are men, and they're worried about their inner circle.
That's their ego.
How can we break that?
75% of my followers are women. And I'm Gladiator. Can you believe it? And I'm not slim or fashionable or anything like this. I'm look like a big guy, and you think my followers with men, 75% women, because they don't have an ego. Women these days, unfortunately, are wearing a lot of the trousers because the men aren't men enough yet. or they're losing their manhood. They're a bit lost because of women empowerment, and rightfully so.
Yeah.
They just lost their way of doing things. They're gone a bit feminine. Even the handshake is, I think, a third of what it used to be, the firmness of a handshake.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's so interesting. I never thought about that.
Isn't it? So they're lost. So after the Gladiator movement will bring the principles of winning back, irrespective of whether you're a man or a woman. Have your values, do meditate, watch what you eat, because they were vegetarians. Gladiators were vegetarians. They were very loyal to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And think about this. Those days, the average death of a gladiator age was 23.
Was it? Oh, because they were in combat.
Very young in combat. However, most gladiators didn't die. They got injuries, they recovered and fought again.
Mm-hmm.
The ones who entertained the most, they gave it most, never got killed. Because even if they lost the fight, the crowd didn't want them to die. Interesting, right?
Mm-hmm.
So look at it, 2,000 years later, the person who entertains most, the biggest bands, rock stars, movie stars, the ones who have the most bums on seats, bums on stadiums, earn the most amount of money. Just like 2,000 years ago. The difference is, those days they died.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got stabbed. Here, you brought up to think, dust yourself down, fail. It's okay. Most entrepreneurs fail. Just keep failing every day.
Mm-hmm.
But what if you went to battle like it was your last breath? How quicker, how more successful you could be. So your clients who just, I don't know about my brand. One, egos blocking us. They're too scared of feedback. And three, they're too comfortable.
And they're very successful, perceived in the eyes in terms of their roles that they have. But there's also the fear of rejection, which is a massive thing.
Vulnerability.
Yeah.
Mm.
I still haven't, if I'm being very honest, I still haven't been able to crack that with them. I'll tell them that's their ego because a lot of them are Arabic men.
You coach them.
I coach them, and even though they start doing it and putting themselves out there, and I'm talking about small, social media, everyone thinks social media is putting yourself out there, but it's not. It's saying yes to things you don't usually say yes to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I put my hand up to things that I usually would feel uncomfortable doing, but that's the only way that you're going to see the results.
Sure.
So it's just the saying the yes. If someone asks you, so let me give you an example. The way that I built my confidence is when I was in a room and someone asked me, does anyone have any questions? Usually it's so awkward you don't want to put your hand up because it's really embarrassing, but I would always put my hand up and just create a question, even though maybe I didn't have one, just to build confidence of asking a question and gaining visibility. So just small stuff like that. I think a lot of people still play it small, even though they are in big positions. So speaking to a lot of individuals like yourself who have done personal branding quite well, I'm trying to still find the small thing that they can do that can create a huge impact and change in their everyday.
Okay. One, I've got 2 points. I still haven't answered your sales question. I'll come back to you. We have to come back to that one because I feel it's an unanswered question. I'm speaking for the audiences.
Yeah.
So there's one type who never put their hands up, and the ones who put their hands up never put the microphone down.
Okay.
They ask and they ask and they ask and they ask, and the crowd's thinking, not her again
Stop
or him
talking.
again.
Yeah.
Stop talking, right? They're the most insecure because they want validation, okay? The day you actually don't care and you have a really good question is the day they win. Not for the sake of validation or building confidence. Now, what I say is action is the biggest aphrodisiac.
Mm-hmm.
Because you worry at night. Why do you worry at night? Because you can't do anything. During the day, you don't worry because you can pick up the phone, meet someone, make a call, take action, right? So the idea, we're motivated to do things in two ways. One, to gain pleasure or to avoid pain. Yeah. These guys have got no pain. They're only, you try to motivate them to have the pleasure. And I'll give you an example. I used to own gyms in England. When is the busiest time for gym memberships?
At the start of the year.
January, right? New Year's resolution, 6-pack in August.
Yep.
By April, 75% of people don't show up. But they pay for the next 9 months of the year. Think
wild.
about it, right?
Yeah.
Because, why is that? Because the driving force to sign up was the goal. Mm-hmm. But the bigger driving force was too painful to go to the gym. Because when you go and you think it's not so bad, right? But it's putting the chips down, remote control, picking up the bag, driving to the gym is too much. So what you have to do with your clients, say, okay, then if you don't change, and 10 years goes by, would you be happy with your life? And if it's not, they have to change. Does that make sense? The goal isn't enough. The avoiding of pain is a stronger motivator than having the goal.
That's so true. I sometimes make decisions on how would I feel if I didn't do it.
Yes.
And I'd probably feel worse. So that's why I do it.
And then in time, it magnifies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to, because I've never had a coach before. And I used to think, who could be my coach? Richard Branson in marketing, Elon Musk in business, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates. I'd never met anyone who ticks all my boxes. So I had these imaginary marketeers or leaders who coach me. And then ultimately my kids. I used to come out the meeting and go, would my son been proud of me then? I asked these questions. If not, what would I change? So if he was in the meeting, he would be proud of me. So I was constantly changing, constantly aligning. Yeah.
So it's reshifting drivers. I do sometimes talk to them about that because a lot of people think I do things naturally. I'm like, no, I worked for it.
Yeah, you wake up in the morning. It's a decision, right?
It's a decision. Same with the gym. I'm very disciplined, and people think it's motivation. No, I'm not motivated. Sometimes I'm tired.
Exactly. But I can guarantee you, through repetition, when you look in the mirror, you think all that hard work was worth it.
True. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the sales.
Sales.
Because I know it's stuck on your mind.
The moment I say sales, people immediately think something.
Okay.
And it's often negative. They think somebody who talks too much, has got, what's it called, silver tongue or gift of a gab?
Gift of a gab, yeah.
And they sell you something you don't want, okay? But the world's changed. That would have been true 80s and 90s because there was no internet. So if you went to this car company and they could give you any shit and you go, okay, I'll buy it. And then it breaks down outside. But now, before you go in, you can Google it, check reviews, and you know more about the products and service than the salesman does.
True.
So why would the salesman want to talk all the time? Right? So the salesman should do reverse. They should ask questions. And on average, do you know how many questions are asked before salesman pitches?
On average?
2.
2?
And probably the first one's, how are you?
I was about to say.
And they don't care.
And they don't care.
Yeah,
nowadays, there's no questions.
It's like somebody calls you, hello, how are you? I'm like, oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
I'm well, what do you want? Yes.
Yeah.
They just say it and don't mean it. So they're really, salespeople are not interested. But if you imagine, when I came to Dubai, they said, what do you do? And I was like, I've got to be creative. I don't want to bore people. You know, when you meet in networking, you go, I'm an accountant.
Yeah.
I'll do logos, I'll do this, I'll do creativity. And then you're falling asleep. Or I'm a printer, full of these networking events. Or a lawyer. Yeah, you want to run. So I thought I'd do something to capture people. Then I'll say, what do you do? I'll say, I sell aspirin.
Okay.
I guess you're wondering what that means, right?
I'm making a lot of assumptions,
yeah,
but I guess I'm
amazing.
curious now.
Most people do. What I do is I fix business headaches. So I'll be your aspirin to your business, but I don't know if I can do that unless I meet you and ask you a ton of questions, see how I can help. So are you free Monday, 2:00?
Yeah, it's curious. You got me curious.
Yeah, you see, you're like, okay, then he's a bit creative. He's fact-finding. He's not going to try to sell me anything. And then I closed.
Yeah, closing is an interesting one because I've reworked my introductions. I also work with people on their introductions. So sometimes, like you said, make it interesting. I say, I teach people the power of their presence. Okay, what does that mean?
Okay, ultimately, that's going to cost, right? So I'll be like, oh shit, how much is that going to cost me? That's the first thing is.
Okay.
When you people, you pleasant, and I know I'll enjoy the hour I'll spend with you, but end of the day, if I'm going to give you my children's inheritance, I want to know what I'm going to get in return.
That's so interesting when you said, I'm giving you my children's inheritance. You think people think that deep?
They don't realize it, they do, yeah. They're thinking I'm giving you rent money or I'm giving you the money I give to the wife or the coffee or something, yeah. So what you have to do, you have to eliminate that fear, that thought. So what I would say is I assist people to find the true power. And from my past experience, I managed to increase their earnings by 30% whilst getting to enjoy the process more.
So you think always talk about how they're going to multiply their income?
Benefit, because at the end of the day, you want money. You're not a charity.
Yeah.
So right up front, I tell them. Now, here's the thing. They say, oh, you're a bit too expensive. I actually realize you may think that. And looking back now, I've never had a client come to me and say, I've got loads of money, I just want to give it to you. But I've never had to give any refunds, so I must have delivered something, right? So your experience is that you've invested, but you never had returns. But if I tell you, I'm going to charge you $1 million for an hour, but in return, you're going to get 1 million after an hour and $50 back. Would that be a good investment?
This is your closing.
Would that be a good investment?
You're closing me and you're being
you see,
me.
you're buying now. You see,
Yes,
I'm kind
Robyn.
of teaching you, so coaching you if that's okay with you. So it's an investment. An investment is you put, no matter how much it is, you get more back.
Yeah.
The reason you think I'm expensive, because in the past you've invested and never had the right amount back. So you have a fear, right? You don't want to throw your money away. You don't want to waste it. You don't want to pay me and then chase me all over the place. Most of my happy customers felt the same way. And I give a full money back guarantee, and I've never had to do that. I've never had to give the money back. So when do you want to start?
So you do it based on the assurance. That's so interesting. Yeah, I felt like I was you and you were me.
Yeah, I'm closing you, right? When I talk on stage, I did this last week in Portugal. There was like 100 people in the audience. I spoke for about 5 minutes, maybe 6, 7, something like this. And I said, how many of you will do business with me? Everyone put their hands up, and they didn't know what I did.
What did they buy into? Oh, the trust. You. Yeah.
The trust that I will deliver.
The happy money.
Yeah. I hadn't met him yet, but I was just,
but
he was there, right? Because when the trust is there, what happens is most people get stuck in, I've got to show you the terms and conditions of my deliverables before you part. I do it the other way around. I want them to want to do business with me, and then they justify how.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Gotcha.
When you go and buy when you bought your top, you didn't go out and buy the cheapest leather top, right?
No.
You went and bought the brand you liked, that fits you most, because you wanted that, but you needed a top. Am I making sense? So if you need the top, you might go to Zara. But if you want one, you might go to Chanel or Gucci or Louis Vuitton, okay? Because they're very powerful at creating the want and not the need.
I heard sales is targeting the emotional need most of the time.
Wrong, want.
Want, not the emotional need.
Now, nobody wakes up in the morning and says, I need personal branding.
But they might emotionally
want.
Okay, so it's the want
is
of
a
the
lot
something.
more powerful than need.
Gotcha.
I need a pair of shoes because I've got holes in them. I don't go to the cheapest one, but I'll go to, Xenia.
So it's
because that's the brand that I want. Right?
Okay.
So then I'm justifying why I'm paying 10 times more for shoes than when I needed I can buy cheap one from Marks and Spencer.
I'm very good at justifying things.
Yeah, everybody is. If you're justifying, it's a wrong conversation.
Yeah.
It's like relationships. You have a relationship with someone who can be a bit insecure or narcissistic. And before you guys say, where have you been? What have you done? And you're constantly justifying.
Yeah.
And it's draining. You think, I might as well have been guilty and done something.
Yeah.
So if you find that in
exhausted.
business, it's the wrong conversation.
Okay.
And it's my fault for justifying.
You give me like an express session. But in terms of what you do for all of this sales and
I'm going to charge you after this.
You can, no problem. Happy money.
See? Put your hand up.
Hand up.
You'll pay.
I'll pay.
Done.
But you've been also putting yourself out there, when I say that, with video and content, and honestly doing it with an intent. It's very difficult for a lot of people, even though you might look so comfortable doing it. Can you take me back to the first time you actually put yourself out there?
every second of it.
Oh, do you? No, don't say that.
I just know.
We need to delete that, guys.
Why? No. But the desire to deliver is far greater than the hate of doing it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's like going to the gym. Nobody enjoys tearing their muscles.
I love it.
You enjoy the pain.
I love the pain. Yeah.
You're very few.
There's
Nobody
very few.
enjoys. Maybe that's why you're wearing black leather, right? Where's the
No, I
whip,
tried to
guys?
be-
Where's the whip? Yes.
We said
I'm
that
getting to know
earlier.
a lot about
I
you.
actually said that I was trying to dress Gladiator and I felt like I looked a bit dominatrix.
No comment. I let the audience decide. Yeah. So the whips and the leather give it away a little bit. Yes. But the dominatrix, whatever,
Dominatrix.
S&M clubs are not that
I
packed.
wasn't going there.
I don't think. The majority don't. So where I go is where the majority are, right? Majority don't like pain. They avoid pain.
You go where the majority are.
Of course. Where do you want to open a restaurant? Where the hungry people.
Yeah.
So you have to go where majority of people are. They want your goods. It's a lot easier. Most entrepreneurs open their business in the shower. So they haven't, it's like singing.
Come again.
Singing in the shower. You think, God, I've got a really good voice. You come out and nobody wants to listen to you. Right? In the shower, you have crazy ideas.
Yeah, it's insane.
So you think, oh, somebody's got to buy this product. And you come out and you borrow against mortgage the house, you put everything, and the whole world's telling you nobody wants it. But you just go down with the ship. And most entrepreneurs go down with the ship because they haven't done enough market research. So, and the market research, ask the husband, ask the wife, ask parents. And they're going to tell you what you want to hear because they don't want to hurt your feelings.
Very
So
true.
I would say go ask 100 independent people and see if they pay. Unless it's a good idea, but if they pay. If it's got room, then come to me and then we'll see what we can do. But don't come to me asking 5 people and say, I did market research. 5 people is not market research. 100 people is market research.
And even the question you said was really interesting because a lot of people will go and validate their ideas, not validate if someone's willing to pay for it.
Yeah, exactly. The world's full of good ideas.
Yeah.
But if someone is willing to part with their hard-earned cash, children's inheritance.
Children's inheritance. I'm never going to forget that.
Because you know why I say that? Probably we're very frivolous with our money, right? So I may get it and I just go and spend it. I like shopping. But then if my son gave it to me or somebody I loved, I'll protect that more than my own.
That's very true.
So what I do is when I used to coach people, I had a client, poor thing, he used to be a glass manufacturer. And I sent him to close a deal. And I'd done everything, every step of the way. And all he had to do was to just go and sign it under the dotted line, yes? And he came back and says, I left it there. And he said, I'll think about it. Come back on Monday. I picked up a bottle of water and I hit him with it, right? Not because you like pain, but some people will do everything to sabotage the deal without knowing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
There's deals in our hands every single day. People are dying to give their money to us. As long as you're delivering good things. A lot of people who I know that they are wrong.
Yeah.
They're doing wrong. They take people's money. They can sleep at night. They take investors' money. There's no investments anywhere, just their lifestyle. But of value, then you can sleep at night and deliver. And I feel responsible for his kids. I wasn't throwing the bottle of water because I cared about him much.
Yeah.
But I knew about his family.
You had to do him justice.
Correct. He never ever missed a deal again. Because he had this vision of me beating him up. So,
that sounds fear-based.
and guess what? Monday morning, the guy didn't buy.
Okay.
He didn't buy. A lot of salespeople come to me and say, Dariush, how do we sell? Whatever. I'm still going to go back to the sales question. Why am I avoiding it? So
why are we avoiding it?
I don't know, because we go down a path.
Do you think everyone is in sales?
Yeah.
We all salespeople.
All the time.
Agree.
You have a partner, you want to go to the movies, you sell the movie. You want to go on holiday, you sell the trip. You want kids to go to bed, you're selling that tomorrow morning you're going to be this and fresh and we're going to do that. So we're selling all the time. Just at the moment we say sales, people think secondhand car salesman talks a lot.
Yeah, it's overwhelming. To be honest, I don't like being perceived as salesy. But I want
to change the way people think about sales. And then, have you ever seen a salesman's card that it says sales? Never.
Salesman card, no.
I've never seen a card that says sales. Account management, territory management.
Business development manager is the one that everyone's...
Because they're scared of sales.
Yeah.
My card said sales. Because I'm proud of it. And right up front, you're going to spend money with me and I'm going to over-deliver. So what are we going to beat around the bush? Because I'm embarrassed of my profession. I'm going to say account management.
No, it's true. I'm
just saying to the universe, not to you so much. But
you can say it to me. It's how I feel. Yeah. It's the same.
Sales.
So that's why I go back to personal branding. We are selling ourselves. And a lot of people that are even trying to get jobs, when we're going to an interview, we're selling ourselves. People shy away from it.
Correct. Interview is hard because I don't know how models do it because it's a personal rejection. Even Tom Cruise goes for castings. It's incredible. He gets rejected. Amazing, right? So he's put himself in a position where he produces and directs some movies, so he doesn't have to get rejected. He's at that position. But even the top actors and actresses get rejected. Now, the day I realized it's not personal is the day I won. Because maybe if I was a model, they're not looking for a bold Iranian. Maybe they're looking for a blonde Scandinavian. It's not me. Do you know what I'm saying? I just don't fit. Yeah, sometimes you just don't fit what they're looking for. It's not you.
Yeah.
So most people take it personally. It's me. It's rejection. It's a reflection of me.
Yeah.
And that reinforces what my parents used to do, which reinforces the fact that I'm not good enough, right? It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So I keep going on sabotaging my growth. I go on living in safety land because stepping outside my comfort zone is too uncomfortable and I fear that. because I get more rejections. And it's just...
Yeah, it's a cycle.
Yeah.
So not to take it personally.
Not personal. It's never personal. And learn from it and move on. You should have prospected more and find out, what kind of people, Scandinavian blonde, maybe I shouldn't turn up for the casting. Yeah, because I don't fit. So I just choose better clients, better prospects. Yeah.
That's really interesting. Dariush, this has gone really deep, and I hope I answered your sales question.
Sales question is just have a different mindset.
Yeah.
You're fixing problems.
I was going to say, if you have anything else to say,
Fixing problems.
I feel like fixing problems.
Yes.
Okay.
You're
Solution driven.
problems. If you sales coaches come to me for coaching them how to sell, because they see loads of people and they're not signing with them to hire them. I said, here's the thing: you're doing a great process, but you can't close the deal. And you're saying, I want to teach your salespeople to close like me. So subconsciously, they're thinking, no, I'm not going to give you the business because you haven't closed me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
They're very nice. They fob you off. They ghost you. And then that's why the frustration is coming in. You're thinking, well, I met them. I did a proposal. We got on really well. But it's not going ahead. And they're coming to me saying, why? So because you're not closing them. If you can teach, if you can show a CEO you can close, they think, right, he can teach my salespeople to close like him.
Okay, builds confidence around them. So you've built a lot of who you are around sales.
I love sales.
So I want to ask you a really deep question.
Sure.
If I was to remove all of the labels, salesperson, everything that's happened, gladiator.
Love.
Who are you?
Biggest heart on the planet.
You are the biggest heart on the planet.
Yeah, and I've had 2 heart attacks. So what I say is I see people with egos or fears and walls, especially a lot of people unfortunately, in Eastern European countries, because the government you can't trust your neighbors and stuff. So they become very hard. But when you go past that wall, you get to the nicest human beings on earth. And when I go on courses around the world, I realize no matter where you are in the world, when you peel away that walls, they're just all love and heart. So I decided that I was going to die with an open heart, or I'm going to have it kicked, I'm going to have it ripped, I'm going to have it cheated, lied to. Well, I'd rather have an open heart than a closed one.
Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, and that's
don't get emotional. I get emotional.
I'm not getting, I have contagious tears. I'm not. Tears don't.
Did I feel it? Did I feel it?
Suit leather.
Did I feel it? A little bit? Yeah, I felt it immediately. So I got teary-eyed. So because it's true. In my office, I have a box of tissues. And no matter who it is, they got me these big guys. Honestly, big, muscly guys. So I'm not going to cry. I heard about you. 10 minutes later, crying away, tissues out. Because when you tell the truth, something here clicks and you can't stop it. And I have this knack of finding the truth. And it's because most of us tick the same way. But just our upbringing had made us a little bit different.
Yeah, and following the majority.
All we want is love. That's it. That's it.
Thank you so much. This was super heartfelt, literally.
Thank you.
And full of love.
I enjoyed it. Thank you very much.
I enjoyed it so much and I learned a lot. Thank you so much for being genuine and opening up. And I know that you're known for being vulnerable, but just to continually be vulnerable and have a chat with me openly, I loved it so much.
Thank you. I honor you. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
sharing
you.
Extra love.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
If I learned a lot, I'm sure you have too. Be sure to follow us on our socials on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. See you next time.